Hello guys, welcome back once again. In today's video, we'll be looking at the overview of Power Query and its interface. What is Power Query? Power Query is a powerful ETL tool. By ETL, I mean a tool for extracting data from different sources, which could be from the web, or from databases, or from an Excel workbook. And also transforming your data, then loading your data. With Power Query, you can clean your data, prepare the data, and organize it for use without having to do anything manually. Just think of having large amount of data that is messy. With Power Query, you can fix that data automatically. Let's check out the interface of Power Query together.
To launch Power Query in Microsoft Excel is something very easy to do. But for those of us in Microsoft Excel version 2013, 2010 downwards, you might need to download and install Power Query add-in from Microsoft. But I'm advising you that you just download the higher version of Microsoft Excel. Install higher version from 2016 upwards, because using from 2013 downwards will deprive you of using some features in Microsoft Excel. For those of us using from 2016 upwards, to launch or access your Power Query in Microsoft Excel, just go to your data tab. Then inside, so I'm clicking on my data tab now, and inside your get and transform data, you see different options to get data. You want to get data from a file, or we'll treat this when we are looking at how to import data. But let's just trying to look at the Power Query interface. So let's say I want to get my data. My data is an Excel file. So come here to File, and I'll click on Excel workbook. For you to launch your Power Query, you have to import data or loading data into Microsoft Excel using that, selecting that place where you have to install or loading different data. So let's see. Let's say the data I want to work with. Let me just come here. Let's check this out. I want to get the data from this folder. So let's say I want to get a data on conditional. Let's say I want to import this data. So can you see connecting? So we'll see the Power Query interface very soon. So can you see this? So this is the navigator for the Power Query interface. Then I'll check this option to select multiple items, and I'll check this sheet. This is the sheet in that workbook I selected. So instead of loading directly into Microsoft Excel, I will hit the transform data button. Then this will bring out the Power Query interface. So can you say Power Query editor? So here is the Power Query editor interface. Here's the Power Query editor, and here's the data we just imported into Microsoft Excel. Alright, so let's check out the interface together. We have the Home tab. This Home tab contains common transformation options and some commands for managing your query. So inside this Home tab, we are here in the Home tab, you can see the close group. So inside this close group, you can see close and load. This option would help you to either close the query editor and load your data back into Microsoft Excel, or load your data into pivot table, or you want to create connection, anything you want to do. Then we have other options. Your query, just to manage your query, you want to manage columns, you want to choose columns or remove columns, you want to keep some rows or you want to remove some rows, you want to sort it, you want to split some columns, you want to group them by. We have different options to work with here. You want to get data from other sources too, from recent sources. You want to enter that data directly into Power Query. There are many options. So we have the transform tab. So in this transform tab, this tab contains more advanced transformation tools for modifying your data to the way you want it to be. So you can see that you want to split your column. Do you want to group your column? Do you want to different things that you are going to do to your data? Do you want to change your data type, set the data type of your column? Do you want to format the case of your data type? You want to format it? You want to trim it, clean it? We have different. When you want to clean your data, just load them into Power Query, and to help you clean your data, of course, you have to do the work yourself. The next tab we're looking at is the Add Column tab. This add column tab can be used to create new columns based on existing data. You can create from example, the sales column, now multiplying price and quantity together. You want to create conditional column, you want to create index column, you want to duplicate a column, different options. You want to create new column for dates, for year, for months, for year. There are different options you can use to do that. So in this add column, you get to see options to add more columns based on your existing data. So we have the view tab. This is the view tab. In this view tab, with this view tab, you can manage how you view your data in Power Query. Do you want to see you want to show column quality, you want to show column profile, you want to show column distribution? You can how you want to view your data in Power Query. With the options in the view tab, you can change that. You can set it the way you want it to be. So we have the data preview now. Now when you check under here now, when you check here, you can see that this is a preview of your data. They are saying it's showing you have 20 columns, 30 rows. So currently it's profiling your data based on the top 1000 row. I think this data is more than 1000. It will be showing based on 1000 row. But if you click on this and say show based on entire data set, if you have millions of data here, it will show all the data and to give you the details about the data in each of the columns in your data. So data preview is always at the bottom of the interface here, and it will help you see the preview of your data, showing the first few rows of your data set after every transformation step, and it also help you visualize how each of these transformation would impact your data. All right, so that's just that on. So you have here, anytime you import any data into Power Query, you get to see them here in your queries pane. So currently, this is the data I just imported, the conditional formatting data here, the sheet 1 in that workbook. This is it. If you import more, you get to see them here. So here we have the query settings here. Here you get to see the name. If I change the name of this sheet from sheet 1 to maybe conditional formatting, let's give it conditional formatting. So I'm done. Hit enter. Can you see that's changed the name? You can also change the name by right clicking here. You see different options. Do you want to copy? Do you want to delete it? If you want to delete, do you want to rename it? Do you want to duplicate? If I click on rename, I can rename it now to anything I want it to be, but I'm not renaming. Right click. Do I want to? If you delete it, to delete it. Do you want to duplicate it? Duplicate it. Do you want to reference it? The difference between, if I click on reference, it will bring another one. The difference between duplicate and reference is that for duplicate, there's no connection between both data. But for reference, it means this one I reference is connected to the one I referenced it from, to where I got it from. That is the difference between duplicate and reference. For duplicate, both data are not connected, but for reference, the data you reference from conditional formatting 2 here is connected to the one for conditional formatting 3. So right click again. So do you want to move to group? You want to create a new group for it and add all this together? What's the group name? Let me just give it condition, or let me just give it conditional CF, conditional formatting. You can describe what the group should be. Okay, so I've added this to a new group. I can decide to add this to also to the group. Move to group, move to CF, or you create a new one. Right, click on move to CF. It takes it to this place. Can you see? So you can create folders even inside your Power Query. So let's right click again and set our options. Do you want to create function, advanced editor, or you want to check out the properties? So the different options to do that. So here we have, in this apply step, every steps you apply on your data would show here. So in your Power Query, there's nothing like Control Z to undo or Control Y to redo. All you can do is just cancel steps. So let's say I'm deleting this column here. I'm going to delete it. Delete the column. Let me just scroll to delete all this column here. This I'm deleting this column here, which I've done. Select this, hold down my shift button and select this. I want to delete all this column together. I'll just let's go to my transform tab. Is that okay? Let's check out the home tab. So in the home tab, I want to remove those columns. So just come here, click on the drop down button, and I'll say remove columns. So it removes the column. Can you see that it has been recorded here that I removed those columns? So if I want to undo it, the step, I don't want to remove that anymore. I want to undo it. There's no Control plus Z here to undo or redo. All I have to do is just come here and cancel the steps. Then to cancel it, and it will return back those columns I've deleted. So that's that on, that's that on the overview of Power Query. That's something hard. So as we get deep into using Power Query to transform our data, we'll see how it works very, very well. This is just the overview, and I hope you understand how the interface looks like. Alright, thank you. Do well to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for those of us that are just watching the video for the first time. Bye.